What's up, everyone? I think we're live. I always suck at doing this live stuff since it's new to me. If we are live, can one of y'all comment? Mark? Someone? Johnny? Yep. Oh, I think we are. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome. We have another live podcast with y'all today with the ever so amazing Heather Munive. And I think that's how you pronounce her last name. We're going to ask her when she comes on. Okay. Thank you, Johnny. We are live. We've got Johnny, we've got Mark, we've got some other folks up here live on the chat. As you all know, Heather is living her best life mountain biking across the country. I am so incredibly jealous yet proud to see a female mountain biker ride and do all the things that she does. We got Tony in the house. What's up, Tony? I want to bring her on and we're going to have a really cool chat. And hopefully you guys get to know a little side of Heather that you don't know yet. You know, something that you normally see on YouTube. Let's get a little close and personal with Heather. Let's bring her on. Hey. Was that a little too much? Was that just a little too much?
That was great. I got hyped up. Dang.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time. It's a long time coming, I think, for us to get together and do this, but I'm really stoked we're able to make it.
Me too. We have been talking about this for quite some time. Now we're talking about riding, so hopefully that comes sooner.
I know. You got a busy schedule, girl. Oh, there's Jess. Jess is in the house.
Do I get to see the chat?
Yeah, if you go to up top.
Comment. Got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I join it?
Yeah, I think you can comment. I don't know. We'll test it out. This is my first time kind of doing like a live. Well, it's my second time.
Oh no, it's asking me a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're live. This is
we are live. It's so good. Everything goes in the live realm. So where are you now? Because I know you travel a lot.
So I live in Orange County. I live in Newport.
Okay.
I am back and forth from Florida to here. I try and go as much as possible, but yeah. And then throughout the year, I'm pretty much in the van. I try and travel to as many places as possible as well. I've kind of been in this zone, like doing a full West Coast tour and then an East Coast tour. So that's been going well. Hopefully next year it'll be a little more solid and I'll figure out a better route. This year it was a lot.
Are you trying to do something places you haven't hit up, or do you want to like do do-overs? Do you need redemption
definitely
somewhere?
Do-overs. Oh yeah, there's redemptions everywhere. There's actually everywhere. But definitely hit some new spots as well. I mean, I've only been there like to each place probably like 3-4 days, maybe 5. And there's just endless amounts of trails. So I do want to go back and try and just hit everything that I haven't, and the same stuff too.
Dude, I have this goal, and I don't know if you try and do something similar, where I want to clean all the trails in Sedona. I don't think I'm ever going to do it. You know, like pick 3, right? And then just try and clean it.
Highline, I ride every time, and it's Highline, right? Yeah. There's always this one section that and we're with everybody. So it's like, we always have to stop to kind of like, hey, there's a big rock garden or there's a rock slab. I mean, there's a lot. But that's one that I would love to do like top to bottom.
Yeah, that takes a lot, dude. Like just the climb on that alone. It's it's a hike for me. I'm not going to lie. It's a hike-a-bike on the way up.
Girl, I do not like climbing. Yeah.
Well, we'll be in Sedona hopefully for the festival, and we could do something then.
This festival, everybody's usually there, and I don't see anybody, or I see them for like a minute. And this time, 2024, I want to ride with everyone. Like we have to get a crew.
So we're working with Mike, who puts on the festival, and we're gonna do group rides all 3 days, and one of them will be co-ed, because if I don't, I think Mark is going to kill me.
I gotta get the boys in it.
Yeah. So we're going to do like a co-ed ride one day. There's a lot of cool stuff we have coming up for the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, but enough about that. So, all right. You're originally I think you told me you're from Jersey originally, right?
I was born in Jersey, just born there. I was actually almost born on the highway. My siblings were all born in Jersey too. They lived there, but we were visiting. We were going up to visit. My mom's water broke in Delaware.
Oh
And
my
my dad kind
God.
of took the risk and went all the way to New Jersey. So I was born there, and then I grew up my entire life in Florida. Then I've been living out here in California for like 10 years.
Nice. And
Yeah.
okay, out of the places, which one do you like best? I mean, I know you're gonna say California because you live here, but you know.
No, I love Florida because if I could move my entire family and friends out to here, I mean, this
Yeah.
would be the most perfect. This would be the magical, like a dream come true. The
Yeah.
weather, I can ride year round. I mean, it's
Yep.
beautiful. The weather's amazing, but I mean, Florida is amazing too. It's just a bit humid. But yeah, I love it out there. I mean, I can't. I'm so close to my family and my friends out there that it's just like
Yeah.
heart's always going to be there.
Where in Florida?
South Florida, so like Miami.
Okay, this is where this man is from. Johnny here, MTV Q&A. He's from Florida. He's a Florida boy.
Where's he
Every
from?
time I talk to him, I think he's in Miami too. Every time I talk to him,
Maybe I know. I'm so bad with names.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's all good. Oh, Tony's from Connecticut. That's right. He's in East Coast. Where's Fred? Oh, what's up, Fred? Fred's, yeah, we got a good crew here tonight. Thank you guys for coming on and talking to us. So Heather, how did you get into mountain biking? Like, I know a little bit of this, but come on, tell us the story.
All right, so we'll go back. So just as everyone knows, I mean, I grew up kind of, you go to college, you graduate high school, go to college, get a career job, get married, have kids, all that stuff. So I did that pretty much. I graduated in international business and trade. I got a bachelor's degree.
Nice.
Got a really good job in the aviation industry. I started with a company out in Fort Lauderdale. I was selling planes. I mean, this is like,
dude,
my life was set. Like, making money. I bought my own place out there. I was living life.
Yeah.
Certain things in life happen, and now my mom's okay, but at the time she was diagnosed with cancer, and that kind of just ruined it. I mean, it kind of opened my eyes to like just what the world is really like. Like before, unfortunately, it's like we have to go through these tragic events to realize how beautiful and precious life is. And unfortunately had to see my mom go through, some of the most craziest things ever, but it's changed my life. It's changed my life completely, because I probably wouldn't have even, unfortunately, enjoyed this conversation between us. I didn't enjoy life the way I see it now. And now it's like, I love everything about everyone. I want to see the world. I want to meet new people. I want to do all that stuff. So when my mom got sick, I was, working, living life, like had it all. I was doing amazing, but something was missing. And I was hitting rock bottom. I was doing bad things, like maybe partying too much, just, stuff like that. And I just kind of needed something else, another focus. So, and anything I do, it's like I put 110%. I obsess about it. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to make it happen. Like I love it. In my power to make it happen. And so at the time when my mom was sick, I started racing BMX, and just grew an obsession for it. And I told myself, I didn't even know how to stand on the gate. I didn't know how to do anything, not a single jump, nothing. And so so I started racing, and I pretty much told myself, like, if my mom can get through this, I can teach myself how to ride a bike. And that's exactly what I did.
Dude.
That's where I met Madison. And so she was like my first friend out in the track. We were both like, I didn't grow up racing bikes. So my story is like, I want to inspire others that it's possible to do anything. Like, you just put your mind to it. Anything is possible. So I just like, I was working still, but I was still riding bikes, and I met Maddie, and she was 23, just like me. We were both the same age. She was riding professionally. So she was training like hardcore stuff at the gym. And I just hopped on her training program. So I learned how to train like a pro. It was awesome. And then years later, I picked up a mountain bike. I was in Keystone, and it just so happens that it was for the Big Mountain Enduro out in Keystone. And I don't know if you've ridden out in Keystone. It's pretty wild. It was, I literally bought my first full face helmet, knee pads, elbow pads, signed up for this race, did it, and absolutely fell in love. And from there, I went back home, and like, long story short, I told my parents, look, I want to do this. My job will always be there. And I mean, those jobs are going to be there always, but this is something that I want to do it now. And
Yeah.
I literally
Good for you.
I quit my job, a stable career job that, I mean, I was
Dang, girl.
right. And I quit it for a possibility, like a dream, you know, like something that no one would have thought was possible. My parents thought I was crazy, but my parents were so supportive, and they did everything possible for me to kind of progress in this and just see if it was possible. And
Yeah.
like I said, I don't do anything I put everything into it. And I mean, 10 years later, here I am still doing it.
Yeah.
It's completely changed my life. Like, biking is just, it's the craziest thing. I mean, it's like therapy. I have a problem, I go out and ride my bike. I
100%.
sometimes don't even talk to people, which might be bad, but I figure it out on the trails by myself. It's like the most therapeutic thing ever.
There's just something about that with mountain bikes that I encourage so many people, regardless of age, like, just get on the bike and be outdoors. Like, you don't even know the power that, because you're with yourself, you're trying to work through everything, and then you forget about what's going on.
Like, this is the thing that I want people, I want to share how much I love riding bikes, because I want everybody, whether it's riding bikes or not, or whatever it is, everyone should have this, like, this drive, this passion, something that's gonna, when you're in a funk and you're at your lowest, like, what are you gonna do? Just get out and ride your bike. Like, that's what I do. I hit rock bottom sometimes. I mean, everyone's got something going on. I literally ride my bike, and it's like the world and my stresses and everything shuts off. It's just me on my bike. And I literally will straight up talk to myself.
I mean, that's awesome though. The other day, I was doing that the other day on the trail on Saturday, and then these hikers came up on me, and I was like, oh, they probably thought I was just so weird. I'm like going up this climb, and I'm all, you got this. Come on. You got it.
Oh yeah. And, I mean, the whole mental game too. I mean, when we get up to things, like just talking to ourselves, and that's like the biggest thing. Everyone's got to have some kind of mental game or control over it, because our brains are so powerful. I mean, anything that we think of, we can make possible if we just, like, really think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's true. It's like Tony's saying here, sometimes taking a step backwards is taking a step forwards, which is true. I have that fear every single day trying to build a network. Do I quit my full-time gig and make this a full-time thing? Like,
no, it's one of those things you can't think about. Like, if I think about this all the time. If I thought about, wow, I'm going to quit this job, I'm going to go pack my little car up and move across the country. If I thought about it more than what I did, I would have never done it. That's scary.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
Done it. So that's why you have to just take the risk. You got to. I mean, you live once. You got to.
You're like the third person telling me this in this week.
Think about how you're going to do it too. Don't just jump.
Have a strategy, right? Just yeah. I think Johnny said, what did he say? I'm quitting my job tomorrow. Life's too short. I mean, you're absolutely right.
Anything's possible. Right. If you want it bad enough, you make it happen. There's no excuses, you know?
Yeah. There's Jess. She kind of did something similar. She was getting burnt out. She quit her great job and is the amazing human she is back then, but still today, doing all this amazing content. Like, Jess I'm her number one fan.
She's inspiring. And now she's got her husband. It's like,
I know.
Power couple now. I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, Jess and Tony, the power couple.
Yeah.
She was saying for us to ride Highline together in Sedona.
Do it. But T to B.
I mean, I'll just get the drone in the air and film you guys doing it.
Nice. That would be awesome. What else we got?
We've got people all over the place. What Mark's saying was laughing with your last video. So freaking fun to hear the laughter. So the last video that you did, I loved that video. It was the one on e-bikes. And I think you put that out the day I called you, and you were telling me a little bit about the mental game. of going from the e-bike to the analog, riding something you know very well. Can you walk us through like what your mindset was when you got on that e-bike and you're like, shit, can I do this?
You know, it's funny because it's still a bike. Like it's just a little bit
Yeah.
of power and assistance and everything. But I mean, I'm guilty. I go on it and I immediately I'm like, oh wait, can I hit that jump or can I do that drop? And it's like, what? Like why? Like yes, you can. And this video, I just wanted to kind of prove to myself and to others that obviously within your own means, you have to know what you're doing and be skillful as well. But the bike can take it. It's all in our brain. Like that rock roll that I posted recently that we were talking about before. Like that's all meant.
Let's put that on the screen real quick so y'all can see what Heather's talking about. Homegirl did this today, everyone. Look at this. And obviously there's a GoPro effect here, but that's like a straight downhill.
No, that's a phone.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. And that's your regular live, your analog, your enduro rig, right?
LT, yeah, it's the longer travel. But it's amazing.
Yeah,
and you know, I used to say things like, "Oh, my bike needs travel, but I've taken a 140 out to Sedona and ridden like Highline. Like it can, you can do it. It's fine. It's possible.
I was there with a 120 last month.
Oh dang!
But I did not do. I did not do.
I mean, you're probably able to. It's all mental. It's like we just find the tiniest excuse, and it's like, oh, can we do it?
Yeah, no. Here's what Tony's saying. Yeah, our body is our best suspension. That's
exactly.
Just like when I land on a cactus. But no, I was doing some black diamonds with the 120, and it was fine. I just didn't have the guts to do anything more.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead. We were talking about back to the e-bike, and when you took it out, were you a Greer? Was that where you were riding?
No, that was here in Laguna. Yeah, it's like the local trails. It was Rocket, that rock that we were trying to do.
That's right.
It's one of the big ones. So Selena was my friend that was with me that day, and she brought it. She was saying like, no, my bottom bracket's gonna hit, and I'm like, girl, it's not gonna hit. So we tested it. It was like this much room for it to hit. I'm like, now you got to do it. So she ended up doing it, and it was awesome. I mean, those days are like my favorite kind, when I myself conquer something, or if I can get a friend to do it. I mean, I'm not going to push anyone to do something that they can't. I know her skill level. We all ride. So it's always like one of my favorite times. You know Rachel, right? Straight?
Yeah. So, dude, we were hanging out at Sky Park.
Yeah. So how I moved out to California, and I don't know if you know, but I lived with Kyle and Rachel. I didn't know that. Didn't even know them. So the story was, I FaceTimed with, my friend Kyle Doyle. He introduced me to Rachel through FaceTime. And she just so happened, I think her brother was moving out. They didn't need a roommate, but they were interested. They're like, all right, cool. We did not know each other. I did not know who Rachel was. I did not know who Kyle Straight was. We FaceTimed, and I am so blessed and very fortunate. I love them. They've become family to me, but they've opened up their house to me. Like I was a complete stranger. They took a risk with me, and we became some of the best friends ever. I lived with them for 4 years. They've they played a big role in my entire mountain biking career, cycling, everything. I mean, they took me in as I was barely a professional rider. I wasn't even racing and stuff. And they completely helped me pave the way, taught me so much. There's a cool story. So Rach and I are close, and we would ride a lot, but we were out it was a Pro GRT. It was a downhill race, national. Okay. It was in Mammoth. And Rachel was racing enduro. And I was at the top of this one section. It was like a big, there's one of my favorite photos is from it, but it was a big rock, and you have to drop off of it into more rocks and stuff. It just so happened her enduro race crossed this section. So I was up at the top of this big section at the drop. Rachel's at the bottom crossing, and she sees me at the top, and she's like, girl, what are you doing? And I'm like, Rach, I was like, I don't know what to do. This was mid-race. She's like, well, what are you going to do? We have to figure this out. And this is like what kind of friend like Rachel is. She stopped her practice, hiked up to where I was, helped me look at the line, and like we figured it out. I took way longer than I should have. I was up there for a while. She was like, all right, well, I got to go practice. So she hiked back down. And then as soon as she was about to leave, I'm like, screw it. And I did it. And we celebrated. We had like a moment. That race, I actually it was like one of my first podiums. I got like fourth or fifth place. And it was, I mean, those are the moments that I just like live for. And like,
yeah,
a good friend. We always like cheer each other on and just motivating. And it's like, that's what this sport is all about. Like just having these
100%
connections that's what makes life. I mean, my memories are all just beautiful ones, you know, it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, you're right. And she's such a sweetheart. She's a kick-ass rider. I got some great footage of the two of you at Sky Park a few months ago. Like you're both just ripping on that jump line. It was insane.
Yeah. And absolutely, it's like people insane. Like her, we constantly are trying to like, all right, if I can do that, then it's like, oh shoot, I got to do it too. Or like just kind of egging each other on for like just getting better and stuff. And yeah, it's just what it's all about.
I mean, sometimes it's good. Not sometimes. I think a lot of the time it's good to ride with people that challenge you and that are better than you, because that's how you progress, right? Just like how you're saying you were stuck on this feature and she's helping you out on how to figure it out. I saw that with you guys at Sky Park.
Definitely, I think they have to know your skill level and riding. Yeah. I know how much speed, like Maddie will tow me into a jump. She knows exactly how much speed I need because she knows how I jump, how I do. She usually follows me through like rock gardens. She fully trusts me. I know how much speed I need for her to clear things. It's like when you know how, like when each other rides, it's like, that's when riding becomes so fun because you're not scared to follow them. It's not, you're not timid. You guys just feed off of each other. That's why my crew is very small, but I love it. Like it's just
awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And it takes out the intimidation factor, I feel, when, like for me, when I ride with someone that's better than me, I'm usually like, I don't want to do it because you're going to kick my butt. But when you ride with someone and they encourage you, it is amazing. What is Jess saying here? Tony's the official Jess Wrangler.
What does that mean?
I think he wrangles her to do the videos. I don't know.
Yeah, I just saw that yesterday. I'm really excited for them. That is really cool.
Yeah.
His job now full time. Like they are the ultimate power couple right now. This is
I can't
wait to see the footage.
Did you see their footage from yesterday?
Yes.
Their dance?
Yeah, that was amazing. They actually have some good rhythm.
Yeah, they do. I think that took like 50 takes. I don't know. Jess, how many takes did that take? Comment below.
Are either of them Spanish?
I think Tony is part Portuguese. Not Tony da Silva, the outsider, although I think he's part Portuguese too. But I think Tony, her husband, Jess's husband, is part Portuguese. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They were moving their hips like a Spanish person. I loved it.
They know how to dance. Yeah, see, Tony, he is Portuguese. There you go. I knew it. With the last name like Da Silva, it's just like me. Although I'm Brazilian. But okay, I digress. Heather, what bike are you on right now? You're part of the Live Giant crew, right? You're represent their crew.
I'm on the Live Intrigue, the LT.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's pull it up. Are you there?
Yes.
Did you lose me for a second? Yeah.
I did on accident. I think I clicked out.
That's okay. The Live Intrigue LT. So you're saying LT stands for
longer travel. So before it was about like 130, maybe 140. Now it's a bit more. But yeah, it's awesome. I love them. The e-bike is also the Intrigue as well.
Yeah. Oh, that e-bike is so nice. I saw that e-bike in person.
And you know, it's really fast. Like compared to other e-bikes, I do have to admit the power on it is really good. It's way faster than other ones.
Really?
Yeah. It might die a little sooner, but it's
I mean,
It's fast.
I mean,
But
e-bikes.
I do put it on boost the entire time.
That's what I was gonna say, girl. It's how you ride it. It's how
If
you
someone's
ride
like creeping over to look at my little thing, I always click it down so they know I'm not on boost. If someone I know they're like looking at my battery or something, I'm just like, oh gosh.
Who cares? You're having a good time. That's all that matters, is that you're having a good time.
Well, I just don't want to be blamed for like, oh, you ran your battery out too fast, because I mean, I was on boost the whole time and everyone's like, all right, this is a big climb, like put it on trail mode or something. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
Hell no. I have that thing on boost all the time.
No, me too.
The first e-bike I sat on was Mark Hill's YT, and I got the shock of my life because the bike just moved forward. Like I didn't even have to do anything. I was like, yep, sold, e-bike all the way.
Whiskey throttle, is that what they're called? Like when you're going up and you just kind of like pedal it. If it's on a boost mode, like you're going back.
Yeah. It was crazy. We went back to the YT mill and my wife's like, take the credit card away from her, Mark, because she's gonna buy
Did you guys both get one?
No, I didn't end up getting one. I don't have one. I don't own an e-bike at the moment. I have a few that we're demoing out, and I'm trying to get my hands on the Liv too, because they're like 5 minutes from my house up here in Camarillo.
How to make it happen? How have you made it happen?
There's a lot of variables involved. It's not just me.
All
Get your butt over here so we could ride.
Yeah, I should. That's the thing. So we should get a crew going in January if everyone's down.
Who's down to ride in January? Comment below. Jess is going to be here.
We're blowing up the internet right now.
We're blowing it up. But wait, where are we going to ride? First of all, that's like the question.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, Laguna's really good too.
I've never ridden in Laguna.
Area is good. I mean, that trail Suicide is fun. And then I think it's Backdoor or something.
Black Cow.
No, isn't there a trail called like Backdoor or something out there?
Backbone. There's Backbone. Backbone is pretty cool.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, guys,
you know who would know is Tony from The Outsider, because homeboy has ridden everything around here. Sorry,
it's one of those. The end of the trail is like super, super steep and rocky. It's like one little piece, but it's the last little section.
So, is it the Grudge? No, it's not the Grudge, because that's up at. Is it in Santa Barbara? Is it the one that Alan and Elise just did? Because that trail is gnarly.
Maybe.
Spectrum is cool. Yeah, Mark knows Spectrum is a cool one. Happy Endings is a cool one. That's where we should go. We should just hit up Westlake Village and like do laps. It's in Westlake. It's in Westlake Village. We should just like do laps.
Oh, that would be cool.
But we need to go at a time when the snakes aren't around.
Well, what about winter?
Dude, there's still snakes around.
Really?
Yeah. It's a rattlesnake like 2 weeks ago.
Really? I thought it was only in the summer. Dang,
I'm
not out there right now like careless. Like I'm just cruising.
Well, you gotta do it without the fear of the snakes, you know? Like I ran over one about 3 months ago. Oh, and it struck at my wife. I ran over a rattlesnake like 3 months ago.
No way.
And it turned around as I stopped and it struck at my wife and it went right under her down tube. Had her feet been level at the pedals, it would have like gotten her left foot.
Oh my gosh. I always feel, when I'm climbing up and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope I don't run into one. I always think like, what would I do? Like, what do you do if you get bit?
You call 911. You don't panic.
Do I go ride back to my car? Like,
no, I don't think you're supposed to, because it gets the venom through your blood quicker.
Aren't you supposed to take the tail? Aren't you supposed to take the snake or like kill it so you have don't you have to do something with the venom or something?
I have no idea. If anyone knows, comment, because we have no clue. Tony's got a good point. A road trip to San Luis Obispo would be fun. We should do that
would be good.
We should do like a weekend in San Luis Obispo. Tony knows all the places. You got the hookups,
I have been wanting to get all of us to do a trip. Did Jess do that one in Peru yet, or is she going? She's going somewhere, or Mexico.
Mexico. They're going in February or March. Her and Joe and a few others.
That's something we should all go to.
Yeah, Fred's got a point here, Heather. You're from
How to
Florida.
handle.
Tell us how to handle.
All there are like alligators.
Well, aren't there iguanas too? There's some
Oh,
gnarly
the iguanas
things
are
over there.
crazy. They look like alligators. They're that big. They're huge. But yeah, they're quick. I used to my university had iguanas everywhere, like all over the place. They're like
Nope.
lizards. They're just that's how normal they are.
They're like gigantic lizards. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm saying like the amount of times you see a lizard is like how much you see an iguana.
Oh yeah, Johnny's saying there's so many reptiles down here. Yeah, Alexis knows they're death noodles. She rides with me and a few times we've ridden, and I'm the only one getting close to the snake wanting to film it, and her and my wife are in the back being like, "You're crazy."
Sometimes I've had to stay for a while and wait till it moved. And like I don't really like throwing rocks at it and stuff, but I have just because I was like, it's gotta move. But it's
Yeah.
been like laying across the trail, and you know how it's like super
Yes.
tight. I just kind of let it sit there for a while.
Dude, my wife will get so upset with me because I get so scared of rattlesnakes that she won't tell me when she sees them unless they're coiled up. So Hungo, we're riding, Heather, and she's just climbing up this section right where Mark is saying Spectrum over in Westlake. And it's kind of like a wide fire road. And
Yeah.
she's climbing and I'm at the bottom like trying to catch my breath. This is pre e-bikes. And she goes, just be careful because there's a rattlesnake right there. Just in that tone, like super casual, like, hey, just be careful, there's rattlesnake. And I'm like, what the? And I look, and this snake is like almost across the entire trail, just chilling. Just chilling.
Oh my gosh. She
And
already passed him?
She passed it. She climbed up past the friggin' thing. And so then she goes, just put yourself between the bike and just walk super wide. Like you're going to be fine. And dude, I almost died. I could not finish that ride. I couldn't. I'm like, no, I'm done. I can't.
You're done? You're done?
I was done.
Oh my gosh.
I was done. It scared me so much.
Wow, it's that bad.
And then, yeah. Anyway, snakes lay across the, yeah, they do. Truth, Tony. What is your favorite place to ride so far? Like you've been all over the country. Can you narrow down? Actually, let's rephrase that. Can you narrow down the top 3 favorite places in the United States?
Bike parks, like chairlift access or not?
All of it.
Dang. Okay. I do gotta say I love Mountain Creek. Mountain Creek's like a little taste of home. I'm from there. I really love it. They have a little bit of everything: big jumps, rock gardens, drops. So I'd have to say that's up there. I recently went to Whistler, but I didn't. And I can't even say I rode there. It was like one day, only a few hours. But if I can go back there, I'm sure it'll make my top 3 list. I really like Sedona because of how, like, when we ride, we're out there from 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. We got a backpack, our snacks, water. Like it's an adventure. So like Utah, even like Moab, all these places. I love changing it up. Like we just go out all day and ride. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're exhausted. We're trying to get to the top of this mountain. Like I love the experience and the adventure in that. And it's like some of the best times. Our memories is like, we have so many great memories together. We're literally struggling for 8 hours on this trail.
Yes.
We have nothing, like we have to make it happen.
Yes.
So like those types of places I really enjoy and really love. So Moab, Sedona, it's kind of like the same thing. Let me think of one more bike park. Actually, no, I'm going to say like the Teton out in Wyoming. Like all
I've never been there.
Not lift access. There was, oh man, I forgot the name of it, but it's out in like the Teton. There's like this big jump out there too, jump lines. There's incredible trails that you have to climb to, which is a lot. But yeah, just it's amazing.
That's what e-bikes are for.
Yeah, I would love to take a bike out there. And no excuses. Like I have to hit the jumps.
Tony's asking if you've ridden in Downeyville.
No, I haven't, and I really want to.
Yeah, Downeyville looks
like
sick.
Tahoe, isn't it?
I think so. It's close to Tahoe area. Tony goes like the last 2 years. I think Tony, right? You went, and a few of his crew were up there, and we were supposed to go this September. We couldn't make it happen, but it's beautiful. Downieville, like, is absolutely beautiful up there.
Tahoe's another place that I really love and enjoy too, just because of how beautiful it is. I haven't been in the Flume Trail, and I really want to.
Yeah. Well, here, Tony, they do an annual trip. Maybe we should jump on board that next year.
Well, give us some dates. Can't just say that.
Yeah, come on, Tony. Is it always in September? I know he usually does it in September. Mark is asking, where were you at when you did that huge gap jump?
It was
like
60
feet. Oh, dang.
Yeah. And it's in the middle of nowhere. Like you have to like get to it. It's pretty much hanging off the mountain. It's like it's like a big hole in the middle. It was crazy. But yeah, that was one of my good moments. I love doing that. That was scary. The first time I went out there was pretty wild. I just recently went out there again, and I hit it once, and then I was like, all right, I'm good.
Wait, is that on your Instagram? Because I want to show people this crazy stuff.
Yeah,
I'm looking through your Instagram. Let's share this with the people. Huh?
There's like a couple views, like POVs. One's like on my chest, like my GoPro. There's. How do I send it to you?
I've got it. I'm scrolling through your Instagram right now on the screen. You stop me when it gets close to it. Oh, holy cow! Look at this. Look at this girl. No big deal. The height that she's just like. Yeah, no big deal. Just gonna whip it through the thing.
I think it's actually all right. Yeah, go down.
So much good content.
So go back up. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that.
This one here. All right, let's check this out, people.
This is the.
It's on the Live Intrigue.
Yeah.
The Teton Pass. How fast were you going? I mean, shit, you've got to be. Oh my god. Oh. Holy cow!
I chased it pretty bad.
Doesn't matter. You cleared it.
Yeah, that was a good one,
dude.
It's scary, but I mean, like everything else, we just have to commit, believe in yourself, and I mean, we've done jumps before. We know how to do it. It's the commitment. I've always wondered, like leading up to these jumps, or people that do like these flips and everything. Like, where do they start? You know, like how do you start? I mean, you progress obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. This is one of my good places here. Oh, why isn't it up? It was you at Suicide, not Suicide. I'm sorry. This is Rocky Peak.
Oh, do you guys know that one next to that one is that's in Bentonville, and we found that little spot.
And it's actually look at this Boneyard.
Yeah, Boneyard. That was pretty intimidating because it's like off.
Oh, this is. Yeah, no. I'll film you all day long. You need a camera person? I will be your camera person. There's no way.
Oh man.
I did this one. I did all these trails in Bentonville. It's so much fun. Yeah.
I am there all day. Like I see people throughout the entire day just coming and riding. So I'm just there all day. We love it. Especially Maddie and Matt too. They love the jumps.
Hey, if you're going to the Bentonville Bike Fest this year, we're going to try and be there too. So 100%. We got to do party laps.
Yes.
And then this is you dropping the hammer.
Yeah. This is fun. Yep.
Dude. When I was in Bentonville. Huh?
Have you hit that one?
No, mine will stay on the ground.
All right. That's cool.
I mean, I would love to do it. I have this fear that because I ride flats.
Yeah.
I just have this fear that my feet are going to come off the pedal and I'm just going to like die. And it sounds
fear that
it is
just a fear, but it's not going to happen.
You're right. I have to overcome it. I can do jumps. I'm competent. But when it's something of that height, like when I was in Bentonville in September, there was a group of ladies for the Women of Oz festival. There was a group of ladies. They were like, come on, we're going to go lady ride the hammer. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'll come film you guys.
Oh, man. It's a good spot because you can like kind of session it, watch, and like kind of just see.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? It's the ones after that drop the hammer. That's crazy. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like after you drop that one, you go on a step up and then you turn the corner and it's like 3 other drops that come out of nowhere that nobody talks about.
I know. Yeah,
So
Fred, you got a point. My shoes won't come off the pedal because I love those etnies. I have the etnies with
yeah.
he gave me a pair of the etnies with the Michelin grip.
Yep.
And I've been riding P&W pedals, and yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere. You gotta love Fred plugging it away when he can.
That is fun.
Okay, so let's see here. 3 favorite places to ride. We touched on that. We kind of also touched on what inspires you to ride, but
Yeah, I mean,
starting with your mom, right?
yes.
Starting with your mother, and what keeps you inspired? What keeps you going in mountain biking?
Honestly, just I just love I love how I feel when I'm riding. It's always a challenge. I'm always constantly like pushing myself. Like I feel like there's a purpose of
Yeah.
doing everything. Every trail, I honestly have the best time of my life. Like I'm just laughing, I'm riding, I'm pushing myself. Like whether it's a climb up, and I always do these things in my head. I'm like, all right, Heather, today you're gonna you have to make it to the top by this, or just challenges constantly, and I just love that, and to
Yeah.
overcome it, and then to get through it. I love the feeling of it. It's
Yeah.
every day on a bike. I go through that.
That's amazing. You get to live the best life every single day. I'm
We all
so inspired by you. I'm so inspired by you. I can't get over this clip that you shared the other day, back to the e-bike moment. I don't think we ever finished that either. Let me reshare my screen here with one of the recent videos that you shared. Let's go back to your Instagram. This one.
Oh
This
yeah,
is in Laguna, right?
yeah, that's Rocket.
Dude, this trail looks so much fun. I've never ridden this thing before in
This
my
is
life.
the longest rock garden ever. Like it goes on forever. I could not breathe. I was laughing so much. It was so crazy because I was following my friend, and it's so easy to get offline in here because you have to kind of pick and choose where you're going. And she was just going way off, and we were just hanging on for dear life. And it was the funnest thing I've ever fun. I could not breathe. I was laughing so much.
Yeah, I watched the video, the full-length video you guys did. If you haven't already, y'all go subscribe to Heather's channel where she has some really cool videos. But this latest one with the e-bike was so much fun because it's just like Mark was saying, I was laughing at you guys laughing. Like I was just feeding off of that energy of like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I want to be like that when I ride my bike. It's just laugh my butt off.
It's some of the best times. I mean, how can we not? Hey, that's my sister.
Oh, what's up, sister?
I actually saw my brother in here too. That's awesome. They're all
Which
tuned
one?
in
Wait,
in Florida.
where's
They're
your
probably
brother?
Steven Munive. I don't know. Munive.
Yeah, how do you pronounce your last name,
So
please?
everyone says Munive, but it is my dad. If I ask my dad how you say it, it's Munive.
Munive. There you
Yeah,
go.
you did
It's
say it
Latin
right.
American, right?
Yep. My family's Ecuadorian.
There you go. Munive. It's the same. I'm South American too. Like you got to pronounce it the way it was meant to be pronounced.
Yes. You're Brazilian, right?
Yeah, I was born in
And
Brazil.
Australian.
Yeah, I was born in Brazil and my parents immigrated to Australia when I was 9, so I was raised in Australia, but my whole family's still in like my mom and dad are in Australia with my brothers, but everyone else is in Brazil.
Do you speak Portuguese?
Yeah, fluently.
Oh, eu sei falar português muito bem.
Muito bem. Você também. Olha aí você falando português.
All right, that's all I know.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I feel like I can like defend myself in Portuguese.
You sounded really good. You know what you're doing.
Thank you.
Uncle
My
Sean.
brother-in-law. Dang, the whole crew's here.
What's up, Heather's fam?
Steven's my brother. Sean's our brother-in-law. Kim's my sister. Man, we got the whole crew. That's awesome.
Is it just the 3 of you, siblings?
Yeah, my brother, my sister. I'm the baby. Yeah, man, they're like everything to me. I mean, I am who I am because of them. They're like
That's
biggest
amazing.
supporters, biggest everything. My sister's like one of the most strongest women and inspiring ever. Yeah, and my brother too. It's incredible. I'm so blessed.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And you're going home for the holidays, right? You're going to Florida.
Cannot wait. I'm so excited. We're all this is a first trip where so after New Year's, my brother, we all got a place out in like Tampa, big house. This is the first time that It is going to be my siblings and their family, my parents, my brothers, wife's whole family, mom, dad,
Wow.
sister. I mean, it's gonna be a good time. We're all gonna be in one house.
That's
It's
awesome.
gonna be awesome.
Yay, that's amazing.
Hey, Mila, that's my niece. Hopefully, we can
Mila.
get her out on a bike sometime. This,
Oh, well, you guys will be together soon. You guys are making me miss my family.
what your
Enjoy it though.
Yeah, honestly, my little nieces and nephews are all growing up so fast. It's crazy. I'm so thankful for FaceTime, or else they probably wouldn't even
Yeah.
remember me. Or they watch my videos, so they see me there.
They're like, that's the cool aunt. She's the
Yeah.
one ripping on the bike.
I wonder
Yeah,
how
dude.
they really think. Like if they think I'm cool.
I'm sure they do. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You are pretty cool. Like you're pretty badass, pardon my French, for all the kids listening. Like you're pretty cool. But yeah, kids grow up so fast. I have 3 nieces and 2 godkids, and one of my nieces just turned 11.
Oh
And I
wow.
went to ask her on FaceTime because my dad was here, so he was taking her a present back to Australia. And I was like, babe, what do you want for your birthday? And she's like, I really like, like cleaning my skin
Wow, 11.
and I had to stop and I'm like, Gabby, you're 11. She's like, no, it's not makeup. I just like to make sure my skin looks good. And she has the most beautiful skin. Like this girl is gorgeous. Kids
Wow, that is
nowadays, man.
awesome. My little niece, she's doing like jujitsu and rock climbing. She's out.
Yes.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yes, taken after her aunt.
Yeah.
All the athleticism part of the family.
My
So
sister,
what do you
oh, go ahead.
go ahead? No, go
No,
ahead.
I
Your
was gonna
sister?
say my sister's little girl. I can't. She's like 3. She's at the point that it's like I'm almost there to teach her how to ride a bike, and I'm like really looking forward to it.
I'm sure Liv could hook her up with a
I
really
know.
nice kids
I'm
bike.
waiting till she grows up just a little bit because can barely do the strider. Like she can't do it yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
She'll
need
figure
that.
it out.
Yeah. So we talked about what you've done this year. What do you have coming up next year that you're looking forward to the most so
Um,
far? Because I mean, the year is long, but so far, what do you have coming up?
um, pretty much. I mean, I'm excited for all the festivals for sure. I'm gonna get to see you all, ride some more. I do have a lot of goals to hit. Like, let's say Thunder Mountain. Have you know Thunder Mountain?
Yes,
There's
I
that
do.
the Fort Hill, that jump
Wait,
line.
oh, you're talking about Thunder Mountain over in
Yeah,
the
not in
East
Sedona.
Coast? Oh, no, I don't. I haven't been there.
All right. Well, it's a massive jump line. It's crazy. Like I really want to hit it. There's a couple places like in Sedona that I haven't ridden yet. I really want to go to there. There's a tour that I'm trying to get together. It's going to be like the West Coast and the East Coast tour. And I really want to try and map it out to be a little better than this year. Really hit as many places as I can. And yeah, just kind of challenge myself at all the places that I go to.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I can't wait to see what you come up with and all the places that you hit up next year. So you did talk right earlier when we started. There's a couple places you wanted to get redemption on. What's the first one that comes to the top of your head?
Probably the Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. Okay.
It's Fort Hill. I hit half of the line. I couldn't go.
Okay.
I just I couldn't do it. It was getting bigger and bigger every time. So that's one. Out in Colorado, there's that jump line. What's it called? Banana Peel.
Okay, Banana Peel. Haven't. Nope. No.
I haven't done the whole line. That's another one.
All right.
Man, which other ones? I don't know.
Well, you gotta tell me when you're out in Colorado. We're gonna go next year at some point, and then I could put the drone in the air and catch you
that would be
flying
amazing.
down that thing.
Where do you ride in Colorado, or where do you go?
I haven't, but I'm gonna go to Carbondale. I'm gonna be hanging out with the Revel crew for a while.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I have a bunch of friends that are in Colorado. So if I don't see them and ride, I think I'm gonna be unfriended.
So Maddie and Jared live in Colorado. So
nice.
We've ridden Crested Butte, Vail. We've gone to, Denver. They live in Denver. So all those like Floyd Hill, there's endless amounts of trails out there. Like it is so good.
Yeah.
Definitely
we have to do it. We have to do it. Dude, I just need to quit my job and do this. Okay, you've inspired me. No, my wife's gonna kill me.
Can't think anymore.
My wife's gonna kill me. All right. So I told you about this question that was gonna come up, and you said you had a good one. So, what is the best, worst advice you've ever received in mountain bike?
It was kind of like a shocking statement that someone said. So back in the day when I first started riding, I was like 24. I was older, you know, like I just started. I'm trying to race bikes at, you know, and BMX. There's like, you have to like grow up doing it. I was out practicing with, I'm 23 years old, out practicing with these kids, and their dad was there. These kids were like teenagers. And the dad comes up to me and is like, Heather, like, what are you doing? What's your idea? You know, like, what are you training for? And I was like, I didn't know at the time, like, this is what I was going to do or whatever. And he pretty much told me, give it up. Like, you're too old. And I was like, wow, okay. He literally saw me 3 years later at a race, and he came up to me and he said, I'm sorry, Heather. I eat my words. Like, you've surpassed everything. Like, I can't believe where you are today. I'm sorry for what I said. And I said, you know what? Thank you to you for saying that, because you got me here. Because what he said moved me up so much that I was like, I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah. You're like, watch me. Watch me.
Yeah. No, it was cool. I mean, 3 years later, he saw me at a race and he said to me, he was like, Heather, pulled me aside, haven't seen him for years. And he said, I eat my words. I'm sorry for what I said. And I was like, wow, he even remembered that. But
that's
it was like
amazing.
One of those moments, like, he literally told me, stop riding. Like, what are you doing?
That's so crappy when people say that. And I've heard women come up to me and ask me that question, like, oh, I'm 28. Should I start riding? And I'm like, dude, I'm 40. Yes.
Exactly.
Like there's no limit.
Exactly. And this is why, like, I love sharing my story, because I didn't grow up racing bikes. I didn't do this. I grew up playing soccer all through college, and I picked up a bike at 23, 24, and here I am. It's never too late to do something. Anything is possible. You put your mind to it, you dedicate yourself, and you can make it happen. You have to do it.
Yep. All right, Heather, I'm quitting my job tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Look, your parents are tuning in too.
I know. Wow, that's crazy.
That is so cool. That is so cool. We have a couple other questions here for you. How often do you travel throughout the year?
Pretty much, I don't know, all the time. I'm probably home in California throughout the year for about 4 months in total, but scattered. I'm constantly going in and out. When I do have those tours, I'm gone for probably like 2 to 3 months. And I just take the van and I kind of go from last year. I went from here all the way to Canada and back.
Wow.
And I did it in about 2 months. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah. Next year, I want to do it even bigger. And I also have a few international trips that I want to do. I definitely want to go visit my family in Ecuador. There's like super cool places to ride out there. It's like volcanoes. You can go get taken to the top of a volcano and ride down it. Yeah, it's insane.
Dude.
Yeah.
Take extra tires though, because I've heard the volcanic rock will slash through your tires super quick. But that sounds amazing. Me nervous. Well, Panda's got your back. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a big one. I really wanted to go to Peru. One, because I want to go to Machu Picchu and like hike that. And then I've just seen the trails are insane. Mexico, I definitely want to go there as well.
Yeah. Peru is at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I don't know if have you seen any of Brian Kennedy's video, BKXC?
Oh, man, dude. I have a story about something that I just recently did because of him.
Brian has like the best. He did a tour in Peru that my wife's an archaeologist, so for her, Peru was like the mecca of things she wants to go to.
Yeah.
And so if we can combine mountain biking in there, and I need to get a hold of Brian and be like, how do I do what you did?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Looks amazing.
You know his video. So he posted a video about the Portal Trail. You know about the Portal Trail?
No.
It's like right now. There's so many people that like it's so if you Google it, it's gonna come up the deadliest trail in America. It's
oh
like
my God.
blown out of proportion. It's very scary. I can see why they say it. It's very exposed. There's 2 sections that you have to get off your bike.
In Moab. You just did this.
I know, but wait, I did this because Brian posted a video about it. And everybody's video only shows going down this portal trail, but nobody says anything about the climb to get to the portal trail. We were out there for so long. We were out there for like 8 hours of just climbing. Ben and Maddie were sick. They could. We were like, by the time we make it to the trail, how on earth are we gonna make it down? It was insane.
Yeah.
So nobody ever mentions in any of their YouTube videos how crazy the climb is. But now I realize Brian's very XC. He loves climbing. Like that's his jam. So he loved it. He in his video, he rode it like nothing. And we're over here like struggling. Like it was, but yeah, and then we made it to the portal. We pulled it together and we made it down. It was one of the coolest trails. If I didn't need to do the climb, I would do it again.
Really?
It was super exposed, very scary. But it was fun. It was one of those trails you have to do.
It's right here for those. I think David was just looking it up. It's right here in Heather's channel, the portal trail that she did.
It was so fun. Like Moab days, Sedona days. Those are like those are when you pack your backpack, you pack a sandwich, water, and you just go out to the trails.
Yeah, you have a couple here with Maddie where you guys were in Utah for a while. Yeah, you guys.
That one was the Jackson Trail.
Jackson Trail. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, you have to subscribe to Heather because she's absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
And yeah, Brian's insane. He's a freaking nature.
He's amazing. But yeah,
he's amazing.
His videos are why I've done a couple of the places for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Tony's even saying Portal Trail is sketchy. Have you done Portal? I'm assuming you have, Tony. If you're commenting on that. Yeah, David was like, damn, 4 months home total, super jealous with your traveling. That's amazing. What is Trail Pimp saying? Stay away from Peruvian snow. It'll give you a heart attack.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Is that code for?
I didn't even know it snows in Peru.
I mean, it's super high altitude. I don't know. I'm ignorant when it comes to that stuff. I have no idea. So we talked about your best, worst advice, which is pretty inspiring. You know, that kicked you.
It was almost insulting, and then it just inspired me to like be to where I am.
I mean, it was insulting. I'm not going to lie, but I'm glad you took it into a positive. That's the kind of human being you are. You take everything into a positive. It's like your videos when you start and you're like, good morning, everybody. I'm like, yes, this is how I'm starting my day.
Oh, man. I honestly, that's just how it is. If there's one thing that I can like share to the world, it's to be happy, to live life, like really appreciate everything. I mean, I know there's times in my life I've taken things for granted, but it's life is one of the most beautiful and most amazing things that we have, you know? So we have to enjoy it and constantly just be kind to others and be good. Just do good in the world. That's just, I can't say that enough. And then to find your passion, to find whatever that fuels you, that makes you wake up in the morning and you want to go out and do better and challenge yourself and stuff. I mean, that's what life is. If you don't have those challenges, I mean, what are we doing?
100%. You heard it here, folks. You need to have passion, but it's true. It's what keeps you going. And you need a purpose in life, you know?
If not, you're just living. You're just going with the motions.
Yeah, you're living that rat race or you're trying to do something else that doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, Heather, so much. So Tony is asking recent show and movie recommendations.
Oh man, I've been struggling on the movie. I don't even watch TV, but there was a good war movie that I saw recently, but it was pretty graphic. Yeah, what's your favorite, Heather?
What is that's your brother.
I have to go like old school. I do love Jim Carrey. A big
That's
fan.
Okay.
I like Martin Lawrence. Blue Streak is a great one. I know me and my brother love that. Got your classic Home Alones for right now.
I watched that yesterday. You
Did
gotta
you?
watch it. It's a classic Christmas
It's
movie.
a classic. You can't not watch it.
Yeah, it's that and Christmas Story. No, Christmas Story. Christmas Vacation.
Okay. What has there any new Christmas movies out? Because I've been dying to watch a new one.
Well, I did watch one the other day on Peacock with Melissa McCartney because I think she's hilarious. It's called Genie, but it
Genie.
wasn't that funny. It was
Oh.
okay.
I
There's
saw
like 3
one.
good laughs.
Someone might get mad about this, but there's a brand new one, and it's called like something at Tiffany's. Just came out like 2 days ago. It seemed like a beautiful movie, but the acting was so bad. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Don't watch it, Tony. Don't watch that one.
I don't really watch TV. Sorry.
Well, I know he probably didn't ask me this question, but I'm going to tell him what I'm into right now.
Yeah, please do. No, tell me something.
I just finished reading Killers of the Flower Moon, and now there's a movie about it, but it's like 3.5 hours long.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to have to watch it in like sections. We did actually just watch the Squid Games. I had never seen it.
Squid Games, huh?
That is some messed up stuff.
You know what? Actually, I did watch that. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, who did this? Whoever's behind this is like insane.
Nope. Trains, planes, and automobiles. Yeah, that's a classic. That's a great movie. Okay, what is your brother saying? Heather watched Barney in the Backyard Game.
Oh, I did. I was obsessed with Barney. What are you doing?
Yeah, Squid Games is stressful AF. All right, so Candace, who has been working with me now, she's absolutely amazing. She just texted me a question for you, which is, will we see Heather at Rampage?
Like just hanging out at Rampage?
I mean, that's a given. Yes, you're going to come to Rampage and hang out with all of us. But you know what we're asking. Will you be doing those
like
crazy
riding?
lines?
So one of my worst crashes was out there on one of the old sites. It's on my Instagram. It's really bad. I thought I literally, it was one of the worst crashes I've ever had. Would I go back and do it again? Absolutely. I would love to. I would love to spend some time, like go out there with the van and spend some time just riding out there. I've hit a couple of the old sites and it was fun, but it is scary. I don't know how big I would do, but definitely would go back out there.
Again, I'll take my drone. And I mean, I think you have someone who flies a drone for you as well.
I don't have anybody.
Oh, I thought I saw someone in your Instagram that had like a drone.
Oh, yeah, we did. We had a friend that he wanted to test out the drone with the GoPro. So he came out to the trails with us.
Yes, dude. That GoPro, that mod, just a side note, that 2.0 Max mod, that lens is insane. I used it this weekend when I was riding, and I was like, this is amazing. This is like the best invention ever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so good.
Yeah, it does.
And
so Rampage.
4K.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. So Rampage is a maybe.
Yeah, honestly, I would go. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to hit what the guys are all hitting, but definitely maybe a little something for sure.
Anything that, it's not just about what the guys are hitting, like some of the lines that any other line there, it's absolutely insane, dude. Like, it's just insane.
I have spent time out there. Like I said, it was one of my worst crashes. It was one of the drops. It just wasn't wet enough. Like we should have maybe watered it a little bit. And yeah, I just fell. It was really bad.
But as we've seen in this podcast over the last hour, you are a resilient human being and you're motivated AF. And so I have no doubt that you are going to get back up and clean some of those lines when you go up there. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just a fangirl at this point. I'm just like, I even got my thingy over here.
I know, I'm over here drinking that too. Cheers.
But this is actually part of my beautiful little thing.
No, that's amazing.
That and my F-bomb that's up there.
What's the F-bomb?
It's literally a crocheted F-bomb.
Oh, that's awesome.
One of my coworkers from a long time gave this to me, so we would just sit across each other's offices and just throw this at each other's offices. Oh my gosh. Because we worked at a university. We couldn't really cuss.
Yeah.
the provost was right near our office, so we would just like throw this at each other.
Oh man.
Heather, you are amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
No,
I'm really
you.
stoked. And I'm so inspired by your story from your mom. And I'm so glad that she's doing well now and thriving. Like, that's amazing. And have fun in Florida with your family. I think it's going to be
Thank you.
great.
I
And
will.
when you come back, if Jess is still here, we are rallying. We're
Let's
going to
get the crew. We got to. I will fly back early to make this happen. So, Jess, if you're watching.
Yeah, we should text her. We should start a group chat. Be like, okay, girl, we need to hunt down a date so Heather can come down and ride with us. But also, I think Tony's idea is great where we could go up to San Luis Obispo for a weekend. Like, we should do something on a weekend with the rest of the crew and, you know,
Yeah.
camp somewhere or something and just go riding up there and slow. I think that would be so much fun.
I know. It's so funny. Before, when I didn't have the van, everyone wanted to camp and I was like tent camping, and now I've got a van and nobody wants to go camping. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, Maddie and Jared sold their rooftop tent. I'm like, what the heck?
I have a truck on order. I've always wanted a truck. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but I do have a Cybertruck on order, and they just came out with like their tent. Yeah,
oh
that's like,
gosh, congrats.
I cannot wait to get that thing. And they have a tent in the back now. And my wife's like, that's the only way you're going to go camping, right? And I'm like, absolutely. Like,
wait, the Tesla truck, you got it?
Yeah. No, I don't have it. I have one on order.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Yeah. Ben actually saw one recently and he came home and he's like, I want to get one. I'm like, what? I guess they're amazing.
They're so good. I have a Tesla now. I only drive that, and that car is amazing. I take it to Sedona back, and we go everywhere on this car.
Really? Like, I just don't know about charging it. I'm going to have to stop my ride to charge.
It's not that bad. I mean, the time that you stop to charge, you go in, you pee, you get something to eat, you come back, you get back on the road. Like, it's not, you know, it's not that bad. Oh, and Tony has hotel connections. Sweet.
Oh, done.
Sweet. All right. Thank you all for tuning in and chatting with us. We loved having you on. And Heather, you are absolutely amazing. Super inspired by you. Looking forward to riding with you in January and then in Sedona. We're going to have so much fun. Have a great night. And
thank you for having me and everyone that tuned in. Really appreciate it and love it. Hope I see everybody on the trails.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, what is your sign off? You have a sign off in your videos.
Oh gosh, is it the comment, like, subscribe? Oh man.
Go do that for Heather's videos right now, everyone. All right, Heather, have a great night. Thanks everyone. We'll talk soon.
Guys.
Bye.